Sometimes what happens, people are like, sir, we went on our honeymoon to so and so pilgrimage, so and so place, which often is a pilgrimage. Many people go. Why? The pilgrimage is a place for honeymoon or what? What is going on a pilgrimage is my question for today. What is going on a pilgrimage? As in, you go to a place, visit the temple, is pilgrimage. Or what? How to do a pilgrimage, visit a temple properly should be known. So there are few things into it which needs to be understood. Only then you can say that one have gone to a pilgrimage. First of all, the process should be completely going to pilgrimage. There are many people who go to Banaras because of some work. So they are going to Banaras for work. They are not going for a pilgrimage, right? There is a purpose for the journey. That purpose, that main purpose should be visiting the pilgrimage is the basic point, right? So the target should be extremely clear. It's not like, sir, we were going to Mughal Sarai, so we went to Banaras also. That's not the point. Right? Your purpose was to go to Mughal Sarai, right? So it's not a pilgrimage at all. Point one. Secondarily, a pilgrimage is a pilgrimage, a tirtha is a tirtha because it should be adjoining a water body. River, pond, well, sea should be there. That water body makes the tirtha. Right. So bathing in that water body is also very, very essential. And particularly before visiting the Lord, one should bathe in the water body. Right. This is very essential, right? Water body makes the tirtha a tirtha. Right. So bathing in the water body is very essential, which should be done every time before having darshan of the deity. So that should be done. Strong recommendation. Number two is that there will be a water body, and in that water body, bathing is essential. Right? You can completely bathe in the water body, or you can just go near the water body, take water in your hands, and just sprinkle it over yourself. Either ways, right? But touching that water is very, very important. And there is no tirtha without a water body, right? A temple without a dedicated water body to it is not fit to be called a tirtha, to be honest with you. That's another point. Now, in the process of, so you have a clear target, but from option one, I was like, when you reach, it's not reaching, is not the point. So once you decide to go to the tirtha, you see, your sole purpose is to visiting the tirtha pilgrimage, right? Your sole purpose is to visit the pilgrimage. Now, once the sole purpose is very clear, after that, as you start the journey, right, from the day you start the journey till the day you end the journey, there should be constant contemplation on the deity, the Mahima, grace of the deity, story of the deity, works of valor of the deity, and all contemplation on the deity only, right? Chintan of the deity is another very important thing here, right? So it's not like you are going to pilgrimage in Gaya and you are like, you are having headphone in your ears and just listening to the songs and you are going like picnic, Gaya picnic. It's not that way, right? So whatever is the deity there and whatever is the tirth there is a tirth Mahima is there, right? There are Sthal Puranas also. What is the purpose of this Sthal Purana, right? There is literature related to the deity. That literature is to be read and contemplated upon. So from the day of, basically it should start from the day of planning itself, right? The day you have idea that I will go to the pilgrimage, from the day itself, you should only contemplate on the deity by reading about deity, listening about the deity, contemplating, like thinking about the deity, thinking about the grace of the deity, things related to the deity, all of that should be done. So basically it should be done from the day of planning, but let's not become so strict, right? At least from the day of the travel, right? If you are traveling today, from that day till you come back home, throughout the time, there should be reading about the deity, listening about the deity, contemplating on the deity, chanting the mantra of the deity, only this thing, except for doing other essential things, as in giving instruction to people and all. This should be the only thing. It is believed that a Tirtha Yatri, one who is going on a pilgrimage, should leave all the unnecessary talk and should only chant mantra. When alone, when not doing anything, should only chant mantra and only necessary things he should talk about. Right? to get the ultimate result of Teertha. No one follows it. That's why people don't get the best result of the Teertha. And the Shastras it is told, right? This person have went to Haridwar, this person have went to Badrikashram, and because of the fortune of visiting a Teertha, this person is getting so and so good result. Now no one is getting such good results because no one is going Teertha properly. And that happens to be the basic point. So only contemplation, thinking on the God is there, right? And the basic point is that whoever comes to your contact in this particular period, everyone around you should know that you are going to the pilgrimage so that they also get this bhakti bhavana, right? It's not only about you know about the deity, it's also that you become the messenger of the deity and let people know about the deity, right? This is considered very essential. People who go to pilgrimage, who witness the mahima, grace, splendor of the deity should also tell others about it, right? This is an essential part of bhakti, right? To tell about your experiences to others also, not try to convert them, right? It's not conversion, just telling your experience, right? Let people be aware of it also, that this mahima etc is very essential. That's why you see people have posters, jai mata di etc, people have it, right? So it's letting people know, right? So everyone around you should know that you are going to the pilgrimage. Everyone who comes in your contact in travel etc, if you happen to talk to them, which absolutely you should not do, right? Contemplation on the God is the basic point. But still, while traveling and while other things, if someone comes in your contact, then they should also know that you are going on a pilgrimage. The deity is great, greatness of the deity etc should be discussed, contemplated with others. While doing that, and particularly the bad tendency, bad traits should be controlled. So anger, lust, greed, drinking etc should be avoided while traveling and while on the pilgrimage. Also the bad things should be controlled. Now certainly you cannot start control, you do not have a button like the, tomorrow morning I am going to pilgrimage, so I will turn on the switch, and after turning the switch I will not become angry. There is no button like that, right? You also know that. So but you should try to avoid it, right? All of these bad tendencies, all of these shadowy pools etc, you should not engage with them. Have control over yourself, right? Take it like there is a trial going on, right? So you should have control over yourself. So controlling your senses, particularly controlling your tongue, controlling your food, controlling your emotions etc, contemplating on the deity, you should go to the pilgrimage. Now go to the pilgrimage, one should stay for maximum 3 days, right? It should be maximum 3 nights, but I believe days are enough, right? So day one you go, night you spend, day two you remain there, right? Night two you spend, day three you remain there, and by day three evening noon, right, you can leave also. But it is believed that minimum 3 days are essential, right? So for minimum 3 days you will stay at the place, and for all the 3 days, right? So see, there are three sandhyas: morning, evening, midnight, morning, evening, noon, midnight. In the four sandhyas, generally in the noon temple will be closed. So morning, evening, both the times on all the 3 days, the darshan of the deity should be done. Witnessing the deity should be done. And throughout the time of the stay, bathing in the water body, as we discussed, should be done. And throughout the stay, only eating sattvic food, having control over mental thoughts, having control over speech, only thinking, contemplating, mantra chanting of the deity should be done. Absolutely, to donate in a pilgrimage is very, very virtuous task. So certainly, if one can do, donation should also be done. Right, donation in pilgrimage is very good. Mantra chanting etc if done near a water body becomes very effective. Every pilgrimage will be around the water body, right? So around the water body which is there in the pilgrimage, mantra chanting etc should also be done, which also leads to very, very great result. In this particular way, the Teertha should be done, the pilgrimage should be done. And basically, when one visits the Lord, when one witnesses the Lord, looks at the Lord, they should look with so much concentration. Then after coming back from pilgrimage, at least for 4 or 5 months, if you close your eyes, the idol of the deity should come in front of your eyes. So much, with so much intention, fervor, intensity, devotion, you should look at the deity. This is the proper process of visiting a pilgrimage. Only when the process is followed 100%, one gets to see that miraculous chamatkari result which our Shastras promise. If you don't do the pilgrimage properly, then basically you are doing a picnic. And the result of having a picnic, either in a pilgrimage place or a non-pilgrimage place, my friend, is the same. right? So if you want to get utmost benefit of your visit to a divine place, make sure that you use it well. And needless to say, if the place have some customs which is made by the deity for the place, that custom should also be followed. For example, in all of the Shakti Pitas, it is almost very essential to visit Bhairav and Shiva temple also. So whenever you go to Shakti Pita, Bhairav and Shiva temple, visiting becomes very, very essential. Needless to say, this should be done, right? Generally, to go to a pilgrimage, there is a particular way, there is a particular path, there is a particular vrata that is to be followed, right? So if there are any such essentials, that should be followed also. Now the point is, how will you know about it? That's the reason you are reading the literature about the deity, right? Because that will explain everything that is essential, so that even by mistake nothing is left out. Because remember what I always say, if you don't know about something, it's your shortcoming, not the shortcoming of the deity. So you cannot say that because I was unaware this mistake happened, right? You are unaware is your problem, right? Thank you for watching this video. I believe that with this knowledge, your experience of pilgrimage will improve and it will work as a more powerful remedy for you from next time onwards. Thank you.